So okay, a few, let's say 2 years ago, I think it was, if we come up with this the first time, it's like, okay, influencer marketing is not always that scalable, but it's really credible. And on the other hand, you have bannering, which has some credibility issues, has some effectiveness issues, but is super scalable. Can we do something to achieve the best of both worlds? Can we invent a format where you can work with influencers, but in a way that is closely tied to how display advertising works? And let's say 2 years down the road, we finally launched this campaign type, which we're really excited to showcase in a few minutes. So basically what we're doing is the same thing, as the same principle as with the ad network in publisher and with publishers, but then in influencer marketing and not in the advertising, the display advertising format. We called it in-content bannering. In-stream bannering on in-stream advertising was already coined by YouTube, so I think in-content bannering is a good name to name this new format or call this new format. So basically what happens is you have an advertiser, he will create a campaign or wants to hire ad space from influencers on Adshot. Influencers will offer space on their streams, like I have done here as well, but I'm not an influencer, obviously. And Adshot arranges, let's say, the buying and the selling of these ad spaces. So basically, Adshot is the ad network in display advertising, but for influencer marketing. So a bit more practical, how does it work? You have the agency, or the advertiser, they enter a budget and they receive a live estimate of how many views they will attain. Then they upload their advertisement, which is typically a banner, like in this example as well, on our stream right now. Then they select relevant targeting criteria, like, okay, are it people in Belgium that I want to reach? Are it people in the USA? Are it other relevant targeting criteria, like gender and so on? And then they launch a campaign. Once they have done that, it goes through the Adshot engine. And the Adshot engine finds relevant influencers according to the budget and also does budget control. This basically means it has an algorithm, or we have an algorithm that makes sure that you have on one hand, the estimated views that were displayed to the advertiser, and we make offers to influencers and make sure that the budgets and the eyeballs that are achieved by this bannering campaign are as close as possible to the estimated views. And then, let's say we forward it towards relevant influencers. How do we do this? Is we assess their previous history, or their history of, let's say, the last 7 days or the last month. It depends on how long the duration of the bannering campaign is. And we make forecasts on future, on the same time frame for future, for how many views, to estimate how many views they will achieve in the future. So what they will do is they will receive a request. They can accept that request. And because, of course, this is essential. If it were to be 100% automated and it would directly appear in their banner, one, it wouldn't be influencer marketing, and two, it would rely on some kind of script, which makes it prone to ad blocking in one sense. So basically there's no difference then. And it could also become ad blockable, and it's also not really, let's say, enabled on Twitch to do fully automated marketing. But this is enabled because it's both parties are using an efficient method to set up bannering campaigns on Twitch, but they're doing it manually, in the sense that an advertiser manually creates a campaign, and an influencer has to give his consent that the banner will get shown between that and that date, meaning the campaign duration will directly show in his banner. How we do that is, once he has approved it, we have a direct connection with his broadcasting software, and we upload the banner automatically appears in his software. In his software, actually, in a sense. Then we collect impressions of the campaign, so how much, let's say, viewers have viewed your banner, and we will forward this to the brand, and they can see how many views they achieved and even how long the banner was viewed. But I'll demo this in a second. So the results, okay, you already see the result because you're watching a banner on my stream at the moment, but I took another one just to make it a bit more clear. So here is somebody playing a game, and let's say this is Adidas, is a fictional example, and they have a new line of Fortnite clothing. and they can appear on, let's say they want to target female streamers, they can appear on each on the stream of female streamers who have consented with it on the same time, and you can also put a call to action like order now, so you can put some text and combine this maybe with a visual.